Okay, so that's pretty amazing. We've taken that JavaScript and now it's in a database. We're more or less done with the models. We have our model, we've migrated it, we've made it into a database tables, and now we're using the model method.save to populate it and refresh the actual contents of that database every time we run the PyETS job. Now, we can move into views, and they're exactly that. It's kind of self-describing. Looks into, views into that database. We can do it in many different ways, as you're going to see. Let's start with some, and they're not even basic, some HTML views by year, month, day, operating system, and host name. Meaning, clients can type in /show inventory, and then the year, the month, the day, or an operating system, NXOS in this case, or the host name, the name of this device, and get just those records. Show me the 2020 inventory. No problem, /2020. There's every part we had that year captured by the jobs, right? That kind of idea. So, let's move into views. Let's turn the magnifying back on here. And this is where I start, is the URLs, right? We need pages for the customers to reach, to present these views in a browser. So what I'm going to do is a lot of copy paste, but you'll see it'll make sense. I'm going to take this show version, where you can see we have it by year, month, day, operating system, or alias. That's what I want. So I'm going to take that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put them in alphabetical order, right? So they're going to go above show IP interface brief, and let's pad it so we don't make any mistakes here and replace the wrong record. And this is now going to be show inventory. And what we're going to do is take that and replace it all over the place here. And now our views dot, which is a bit of a hint where we're going to go next. We're just going to take this and make it inventory. Now, this is a bit of a pain to replace, but we'll have to replace it. And again, these are the different views into the database. So that's it for our URLs. And we're going to save this file. And now let's move into those views. So I have this views py file. And what we're going to do is find the HTML section, which I believe is at the top of this file. Yeah, HTML views. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's grab the show version. Well, these are out of order. Let's reorder these. This should be above show version. So let's cut those. And I would like it to be nice and easy for users to find everything, so let's put them in alphabetical order. Now let's copy our 5 views, right? We have 5 different views, and they're going to go above interface brief and below VRF alias. Let's pad it so we don't get anything wrong. And again, what I'm going to do here this time is do this and do a find replace and replace it with show inventory. It's kind of hard to do magnified. I don't know that I trust this. Let's not do it that way just because of the magnifier. So I'm going to replace it there and there and there and there. Right, so it'll be 10 replacements and then another set of replacements that we can't forget. There's lots to replace here. And then I'll come back and explain what we're doing here after I replace these. Now I'm defining those views, and then I'm saying where to render them, and I'm not quite done here yet. So what I need to do now is take this show version and make it show inventory, and I haven't done this yet. At the very top, I need to include our show inventory model into our views. Very important step that I just about missed. So now we can call that and then go into objects filter and filter on year month, day. So that's our filters. Now instead of vlist, I'm going to do one replacement at a time. Let me finish this. So show inventory. Normally I would do a find replace, but again with the magnifier, that's proving to be difficult. So let's just replace these and be very careful here. Now, I'm not quite done. I don't want it to say vlist or version list. I want this to be, inventory list or part list. I'm just going to make this inventory list. So then inventory list is inventory list. Now I got to replace that everywhere for consistency. Again, a find and replace would do the job here, but I'm trying to maximize the screen space so that you can follow along a little easier maybe. And there and there. Okay, so we have set up our views. Now, these views give you a hint, right? The cookie crumbs the whole way. From our URLs, we have the views dots. Then we have to go set up our views. Well, what's the cookie crumb here? All of these templates that we have to set up. So let's be efficient, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the HTML views folder I've set up, and let's just copy and paste the show version and rename the whole thing here. Show inventory. And then we're going to go ahead and rename each of these files, and then we'll come back and deal with the contents of the files. Inventory. 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 And then we're going to cheat a little bit because I already have the HTML that I want to present in my old Merlin project. So I'm not going to be writing the HTML from scratch with you, but we'll take a look at it. So what I'm doing is, and I need to, right, so let's do year first. And I'm going to get rid of, right, this has to say show inventory results for the year. Show inventory results for the year. And then I'm going to get rid of this. And what I'm going to do is go open my old project back up and go get some HTML. Now, this is going to be from a Jinja 2 template, my old templating engine, and move it into the Django templating engine. I don't really have to change anything at all. But what I have is this show inventory here, and I have an HTML table. So I'm just going to take the table itself. It's not a complicated table. And I'm going to bring it into here. Now I do have to update something. I have for part in this to parse inventory parse name. I need to bring that over from my view. And what I'm returning is inventory list. Okay, so I have to change this to inventory list, and then I have to change, I'm not going to replace anything. And this whole thing here just becomes part dot, and that should be part dot part. And we're going to add a couple more fields to this. So these are tables in HTML. Okay, and I'm not quite done. What I want to do is have pi_ats alias, and I want to have timestamp. So then that becomes part dot pi_ats alias, and this becomes part dot timestamp, And I think that all looks good. I think we're ready to present at least the year. So let's save the view files. Let's get our server running. Server's running. So we should be able to go to, let's try it out, show inventory. And this will give us an error. Good. But we can see that I should be going to show inventory year, month, day, or operating system or something, right? So let's try 2021. Hey, it works, right? Let's try NXOS. Something's wrong with my NXOS view. I've only done 2021. I haven't done the other views yet. But this is a good sign. And I have two sets of records because I'm just putting everything into one table and relying on the timestamp over here. But we'll get to that with the latest views. This is every result for the year 2021. Okay, so now let's move into our other views now that we know that works. And this is going to be a lot of copy and paste. So what I'm going to do is copy this whole thing and just change a couple of things here. So this is for alias, this one, right? It's for PyETS alias. So we're just going to paste that in and say PyETS alias. And this is PyETS alias. Save that. And then day, well, I keep doing that. Day becomes month, day, month, day, and then there's month, and operating system. All right, let's test all our views. Let's close everything down, make sure it's all saved. And now I should be able to do /09, good. 11 should be empty, but 12 should have records. Right, and then if I do NXOS, and then if I do the name of the device. That one's not working. Show inventory, and that is alias. So what's not working here? Device alias. Oh, I think it maybe is the host name, not the alias. Show version. Oh, I think, hang on. I think it's operating system and then host name. Yeah, that's better. I just had the path wrong. Operating system and then host name. All right, good. So all of our HTML views are working. Our base set of HTML views. So that's a really great start into the world of views. So now I'm going to look at the rest of the views and we're going to pick and bite off some more functionality for the show inventory command. But we're off to a really good start. All right, I'm going to take a break and we'll see you soon. Stay safe.